The Patreon question from Rekovic relates to Zoomers. He says, there's a lot to complain about Zoomers. They wear gloves when eating burgers. They do that, don't they, the Zoomers? They don't like to get their hands dirty in regards to anything. They refuse to Google simple things. They do that, don't they? They do refuse. They say, on God, no cap, for real. They do that, don't they? I think the one that annoys me the most is no shot. I don't know why no shot literally became a thing because of a typo. And I think that's cringe. It was like in the early internet, you had like te instead of TEH and prawn instead of porn. And they used to call it like leet speak, and it was cringe. And a lot of it was just predicated on common typos people made on the internet. And no shot is just meant to be no shit, but I and O are next to each other on the keyboard. And now everyone pretends like no shot is a real thing. And it's not. It's just, you're just embracing stupidity. Anyway, whatever. They live in Georgia. A lot of Zoomers do live in Georgia. Very young population in Georgia. But are there any positives from that generation you see coming through? So, I mean, for me, I'll say this. The one thing you've got to give it to Zoomers is a Zoomer will ridicule you for being old or being bald or being fat. All of those things remain true. But I will say they don't seem to like pick on people for like being gay or being different in some way. Like I kind of almost feel that like that type of bigotry is like almost the preserve of like boomers that like sort of never grew up, you know? I think overall as a generation, they seem to be a lot more understanding of certainly sexual dynamics. But just in general, the things they seem to mock you for is, it's more like a classic, you're old, you don't understand our generation, man. You know, kind of more like a throwback to like the 60s, 70s kind of shit, where it's like just by virtue of being old, you're ostracized, or so they think. Like, what, you know, young people can't conceptualize of the fact that your internal mind won't change much. Once you hit like 24, 25, you're pretty much set as who you are. And then all that happens is you just get older, you just get fatter, you just get balder. But the Zoomer inside is still screaming out, you know, from this terrible new form. You're the same person with the same values. You're still hip to technology and music and all of that. But of course, the next generation that comes along says, haha, you're a boomer. You don't understand what we're doing, and you got nobody to do. But they won't give you a chance. And that's how it should be. There should always be generational friction. It's actually good for society that when young generations reject the ideology of older generations, just as a matter of fact, it gives them sort of a freedom to create their own ideals, ideas, their own art. And not all of it's going to be a winner, but at least it's going to be new and it's going to be fresh. And that's like a good thing. So there you go. Say what you will about Zoomers, but they got that going for them.